My name is Ibrahim. I'm a Muslim man. My full name is known to my solicitors and to the Metropolitan Police. I'm aware of newspaper accounts concerning the murder of Yasmin Chkaifi on Monday the 24th of January 2022. I can confirm that I am the person identified as the driver of the blue Renault Clio relating to those events. I've asked my solicitor, Mr. Akunji, to convey the following public statement on my behalf. I'm a person of good character. I've never been arrested before in my life. This Monday past, I was making my way to work and was waiting in traffic on the Chippenham Road in West London at approximately 9 a.m. I witnessed a man repeatedly stabbing a defenceless woman on the pavement a short distance in front of my car. Members of the public were attempting to intervene. The attacker was wielding a knife and was threatening those brave citizens too. My instant thought was to protect the woman who had been stabbed, and the public were also being threatened. The vehicles ahead of me moved off, which gave me the opportunity to intervene. I drove my vehicle towards the attacker in order to get him away from the woman he was attacking. I did not intend to harm the attacker. I only intended to protect those being attacked. My vehicle struck the attacker, and he was taken under my car, causing it to stall. I could not reverse my car to free him. I and the other passers-by attempted to lift the car away from the attacker so we could provide the man with first aid. Unfortunately, we were unsuccessful in this. I have since learnt that both the young lady and her attacker have died. I'm deeply sorry that the man I tried to stop from attacking other people has died. It was never my intention to harm him. I just wanted to stop him from hurting anybody further. My only regret is that God did not allow me to be present at the scene sooner, so that my intervention may have saved the life of the young woman concerned. I understand that the police are doing their job and that my being arrested is not unusual. However, I do not see why I, as the person who tried to assist in the defence of other human beings, remain arrested and on bail under suspicion of murder. I have asked my solicitor to contact the Metropolitan Police to request that they consider de-arresting me and begin treating me as a witness to a tragic event rather than as a criminal as they currently are. I am a family man and wish to keep my family protected from these ill-fated events. I thus request that those in the media do not approach myself or my family for comment or interview. If you have any requests, I ask that you kindly contact my solicitor. End of statement.
What you've just heard is the released statement by who we currently only know as 26-year-old Abraham, the man who heroically, in my opinion, took action when he saw 43-year-old Yasmin Chkaifi being stabbed 10 times just metres from her home in Maida Vale by her deranged ex. As you heard, Abraham was sitting in traffic in his blue Renault Clio when he saw the incident take place. As cars in front of him moved away, he saw his opportunity to take action. He drove at the man, knocking him under and running over the top of him in his vehicle. Abraham was arrested, as some people in comments of previous mentions that I've made of this have said is the right thing to do. But he was arrested for murder. Murder generally takes a premeditation in order to be charged with murder. I would suggest, and obviously I need to be careful what I say because the last thing I want to do is compromise any case, but I would suggest that this was not premeditated. The gentleman had seconds to make a decision on what to do. His decision was to drive at the attacker, to put his car in between the attacker and Yasmin Chkaifi. Unfortunately, as I said, he ran over the top of him and ultimately killed him. Abraham has been released on bail until the end of February whilst the investigation continues. The attacker, McCaskre, as I mentioned, was the ex-partner of Yasmin Chkaifi and has been called a stalker in many of the online accounts. If this is so, I ask myself the question, why was this man not stopped previously by police? He was clearly a very dangerous person. Bystanders also said that the woman, Chkaifi, was also hit by the vehicle and ended up partially under it, but they managed to free her and start performing CPR before she died a short while later. Now, I would suggest being stabbed 10 times is probably more likely to be the cause of death. However, we'll have to wait and see. Detective Chief Inspector Jim Eastwood said that this was a terrible incident that occurred in broad daylight on a busy London street It also appears that a number of the members of the public bravely tried to intervene to stop the attack. A man has been arrested in relation to the case. We are not aware of any links between this man and the two deceased. I can also confirm that we are not looking currently for anyone else in connection with this incident. A team of detectives are working to establish the circumstances of the incident, and I would ask the public to avoid speculating on what may have happened while these initial inquiries take place. A number of people have already come forward, but we're still asking for anyone to make contact with us. Any information could be vital in helping us understand why this dreadful incident happened. Now, please note that anything I say here is not speculation. I'm basing it on legal precedents and the law with regards to him being arrested for murder rather than, potentially manslaughter. But again, whatever he's arrested for, we have to understand that whatever he's arrested for could be completely different to what he's charged with, as we see in many cases. However, I believe that this man deserves a medal. We've seen police constables who have done similar, who end up getting awards for bravery. In fact, just recently, a police constable ran a man over whilst he was on the way to a 999 call and killed the man. At this time, I don't believe the police constable is under investigation for murder, unlike Abraham here. Now, to clarify, I do agree that the police need to act in any criminal offence, and when somebody's life is ended, it is a criminal offence if it is by the hands of another person. But we must take into account the mitigating factors. We must take into account the situation that led to the death of said person. I've seen a lot of comments saying that the man should get locked up and should have the key thrown away. Now, would you be saying that if the man who killed the woman was still alive and able for you to have a go at him? I doubt it.